What's up, my family, my friends, my dietums, and my juice? Coffee time. Coffee time, y'all. Coffee. Let's turn some lights on. I'm a little sweaty. Alexa, what's the weather today?
The current weather is 69 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has partly sunny weather, with a high of 78 degrees and a low of 66 degrees.
I'm going walking today, y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna call Carla. Let me open my window. Yeah, we gonna get out there. I do have to go to the store today, but we gonna walk in today. I gotta turn my fan on. I'm sweating this morning already. I am sweating already. So y'all, yesterday was a very productive day as far as with phone calls. I didn't put in the application, but I was on the phone with the lady that said she was gonna try to help me get into Warrensville. So we were trying to find the website where I could put in applications, and so we couldn't find it, but she gave me some really good information. I might just go ahead and end as a teacher, because assistant teachers do not make no money. They do, but they take so much out. They take so much out of their checks because they have to pay them during the summertime and on their off days. I mean, like Christmas time, they off work like three weeks for Christmas. And they off work, all of summer, like September and August, because really teachers go back at the beginning of August. They off in June, maybe the end of June, because even after the kids leave, the teachers, I think they have to be there for like the last week. I mean, for a week or two later, to shut their classrooms down and everything. So I'm like, I can't live off of what assistant teachers is making. I can't, and I'm not an assistant teacher. I mean, I can do the job, but 25 years doing daycare in my home and with my education, I'm a teacher. So now I was up here thinking this morning that since I made a decision yesterday to go in as a preschool teacher, I'm mad that I got rid of all my stuff. I could have, y'all. I moved too fast. While I was packing, I just felt like in my spurt, I was saying, keep this, you should keep this tote. You should put this in a tote and put it up, because you never know if you're gonna need it for your teaching experience, or if you have a teacher, maybe you can give some of this stuff to your teacher to have in your classroom. Y'all, I ain't do none of the sort. And now I wish I had because I can go in as a preschool teacher and have because you in a preschool classroom, I think she said they have 2 assistants in a preschool classroom. I think she said they had 2. So, and preschool teachers do get a pension. Okay. Early head start, whatever. In the ones in the school. So, I'm going in as a preschool teacher, y'all. So, today I'm going over to my friend's house and she's going to help me. So, what I'm about to do right now, I'm about to pull up my application. I'm going to take my tablet with me. Or my laptop, one of the two. And I'm going to pull up my application and have it, not my application, my resume, and have it where in a spot where I can access it, which would be my my email address or whatever. And she gonna help me fill out some applications. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and I might just stay on the east side for like 1 semester. I mean 1 year, 1 more year. I might stay on the east side for 1 more year. So we're gonna put in some out. It all depends on where my job is at, y'all. For real, that's just period point blank. I do know what some cities which I don't want to work in. But even I can go to the county, because right behind me is another county. I'm in Cuyahoga. Lake County is right behind me. I can go get a job in Lake County, in one of the Lake County schools if I wanted to. So I told y'all this yesterday. I didn't put in applications, but I did grab information that I needed. I got good information. I got pay rates. That is the most important thing, folks. Pay rates is the most important thing. So I mean, it's like assistant teachers, they get paid like $17, $18 an hour. But by the time they take out all that money, she said they under $1,000, sometimes under 800. I mean, 800, sometimes in the 800s, and then sometimes in the 700s. I can't even survive off $1,500 a month. I mean, I could if I found a decent apartment. My car note is like $450. You know what I'm saying? But there's no wiggle room to have anything happen. Then you don't have no money. You can, because I don't eat a whole lot of food. You keep your bills low, because living in an apartment, all you gotta do is pay your lights and your cable. I'm gonna be getting rid of that phone. I ain't gotta have that phone no more, so that's cool. So that's why you got these teachers out here looking for second jobs and second incomes, because they need something to supplement their money. Even though they get paid in the summertime, it's like for not working. That's listen, y'all. I get me a second job, okay? But for me in my house, that's the thing. That's the plug for me. I gotta work hard during the winter months, in the fall, in the winter, in the spring. And then I had all summer off. For a person like me that's been working all my life. You can listen. Y'all ain't said nothing but a word. I've been bogging down and dealing with kids with behavioral problems for 25 years. You understand me? You heard me? I understood, like, some of these kids, they kick you and they spit on you. I'm like, you can't kick them back. I'm like, well, you know what? I just have to play nice. And we have to figure out, I got a little bit of training. I got training, from my school. I got some training. When I see a problem with a behavioral, a child come in my house with a behavioral problem, I like to start doing research. What can I do to get in here to help them out? Like, I ain't never had no kid hit me in my own house. I don't know whether it's because they just in your class, in your home, you know it's more personal, and they mamas and daddies ain't here and ain't no other teacher. I'm the only grown up. I have had some kids that had some behavioral problems, that had some bad attitudes, but I act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And I know I act accordingly. So black people is resilient. We act accordingly. Now, as far as throwing chairs, I was in the kindergarten. I threw a chair at the teacher. I'm just gonna have to learn how to play catch. Put the chair down and give him that look. Do it again. Do it again, bruh. Or sis. And we gonna have a whole issue up here in this classroom. What's going on? But I like to have fun. I like to dance. I like to be exploratory. I like to take the kids outside. So I'm not that teacher that's like, sit down at a desk and let's learn. I like to teach from the board. I want to get into a classroom where we have one of those boards where you can move stuff around. You can teach them, because those boards are great for teaching. I would love to have one. I would have loved to have one here, but I didn't. So, yeah. So that's what's happening. I'm going in as a teacher, y'all. I'm stepping my feet all the way into the water. I'm just gonna dive in. She said they help you. It ain't like they just don't throw you in the classroom or nothing like that. They help you. I said, okay. But we gonna start as a preschool teacher. Just know that. And then next year I graduate to a kindergarten teacher. Next year I graduate into a kindergarten teacher. And then when I graduate, because I still got to take the test in order to be a kindergarten teacher, I think. But I can be a preschool teacher with my education and with my experience. So next year, after the year after next, when I graduate, I'm gonna be taking the test in between this time, and just in case, like if I fail it the first time, we ain't gonna say that. We gonna pass it. I mean, it's better to take it while you in school, I think, because your education is fresh. Except for the science class that I'm in, it is nerve-wracking. I'm ready to go. Okay. Anyway, I don't like science. I don't like bugs, and this week I'm gonna be dealing with snakes. I hate snakes. They make me cringe. They make my skin crawl. I have nightmares if I see them too much in my eye gates. Y'all, this is what I'm talking about. I think I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. Yeah, these kids do have some behavioral problems, but you know what? I'm gonna adjust and I'm gonna deal with it. Okay. So y'all, let's get on out of here. We 14 minutes in. This video gonna be 15 minutes long. So yep, we've made decisions on Monday. Today we'll fill out applications. So I'll see you guys later. Love you with the love of the Lord. We'll see you later in these YouTube streams.